Hey guys, what's up? Loco with another recap coming at you. For you today, I have TSM versus FlyQuest. Oh, TSM. Oh my god, the pains you put me through. So I thought this game was a really great example of a early game priority, move around the map, get stuff done team versus a scaling teamfight team. TSM was on a timer, and it was really about whether they could get it done or not. And without spoiling too much, let's just say there was a lot of complications along the way. So, without further ado, let's get started with the recap. There's so many interesting things going on in draft, and I want to talk about all of them. Let's start with the bans as normal. We have TSM banning Ribbon, a Viper champion. He's been known to one-man carry the entire team on it, so very obvious ban from blue side. Soraka, I would love to see TSM actually leave open Soraka from blue side and play it, but it seems like Broken Blade and rest of the team doesn't really like playing with it. Jarvan, I thought that was a kind of a random ban, so we won't talk too much about it here. As for FlyQuest, they ended up banning out Set, Rumble, Lucian. I love the Set ban versus TSM. They've been often first picking it. Broken Blade is a great set. They also flex it to jungle with Stardog, and I can also see Bjergsen playing set and Broken Blade playing an AP carry on top side. So I think the set ban was very worth it. Now let's start with the first pick that TSM did, Aphelios. Aphelios is the strongest AD carry in the meta by far, but I don't think the gap between him and the other ADs are that far, especially between stuff like Xayah Rakan, Miss Fortune, and Aphelios. So yes, he's a strong champion, but when there's champions like Ornn, I really think TSM should have prioritized Ornn instead of first picking Aphelios. I mean, Bjergsen has shown he's a great Ornn in mid lane also, so TSM can flex it if they want to. Yeah, just really confused why they went with Aphelios first pick when FlyQuest has a lot of good replies to Aphelios like Misfortune, and they end up taking the Ornn. Ornn is just such a good champion right now. He scales really well, he doesn't have a lot of bad matchups, and a lot of teams like picking stuff like Aatrox into Ornn, just like TSM did. I don't really like the Bruiser matchup into Ornn. You have priority on Ornn early, and you can even kill him once or twice, but when it comes to mid game, Ornn gives you engage, Ornn is so tanky, Ornn is able to help your team with the scaling due to the masterwork items. There's just so many things that Ornn does that makes him just so much better than you, even if he's a little behind from early game. I think the other approach is trying to scale with the Ornn, so stuff like GP, stuff like Vladimir. I personally like that approach a lot better than this Aatrox approach that TSM took. Braum also a nice champion into Ornn. There's that cute interaction of being able to block his ult with your shield, and FlyQuest going with Yuumi. So I think the Yuumi pick is really strong on 10.3, but here's the problem with Yuumi. She actually doesn't pair that well with range champions. Think about it. Her kit wants to attach onto someone that's in the center of the fight. You get the healing, you get the movement speed, you get the ultimate onto everyone, so Yuumi needs a melee enabler. Like carries like Master E and Olaf are great. Stuff like Jarvan actually works really well too, because he gets into the center of the fight and he's right in there, and Yuumi gets to do everything that she wants. But if you look at rest of FlyQuest's draft, they actually didn't get to pair up Yuumi with a melee enabler. Lee Sin isn't really that champion, so the Yuumi pick not as strong as it could have been. Now, I thought 4 and 5 got really interesting. FlyQuest leading with Syndra on R4. It's very much Power Evo flavor, so I can appreciate the pick, and I do think it's one of the better blinds in the meta. And TSM replying with Pantheon and Talia. So yeah, the Pantheon-Talia duo. It is a very strong lane in terms of being able to kill pretty much whoever you want, but you will get outscaled like crazy. Talia doesn't really have a combat ultimate, and Pantheon, even though he's better than what he used to be in terms of scaling due to his kit being a lot more late game friendly, he is still one of the junglers that falls off like a rock. So they're going to have really strong mid jungle 2v2 and a lot of global pressure, but it's so important for TSM that they're able to close out the game once they get that lead. They want to get the mid and jungle prio early and then start diving the Aatrox lane, and when it gets to mid game, they want to take Baron and then try to end the game before FlyQuest can outscale by getting up to 3 items, the Ornn start upgrading items, then it becomes a nightmare situation for TSM. The Lee Sin pick is a little bit odd also, but I don't think they had anything better that they could have really taken, so we'll just live with it. I would actually love something like Nocturne. Like Yuumi would love to hop on top of a Nocturne, and Yuumi Nocturne diving Aphelios is gonna mean he basically doesn't get a shot at surviving. But they still have to kind of play the early game, and that's where Lee Sin comes in. He really bridges the early game weakness that this draft might have versus the Pantheon Taliyah. So let's talk about the win condition a little bit, even though we talked about it slightly. TSM has a very strong mid and jungle comp that requires them to snowball and end the game around like 2 items before people are really at 3 items and have powered up. FlyQuest has a comp that really wants to scale up. They want to get to late game. They want to take on big team fight. So it's the battle of a spear and a shield. Can FlyQuest outlast TSM's aggression? Let's find out with the gameplay. So there were things happening in the early game, but it didn't matter too much. So we're going to start with this play. Viper going in here. This E, whenever you're not proccing your Q, is really troll, and he didn't also get the brittle proc. But Broken Blade chased in to the ultimate, and Viper's able to chase him out, and it's just going to be a straight trade of flash for flash and ult for ult. Now, there's a really interesting thing that happens with the rotation, so I want to talk about it. You can see that TSM and FlyQuest have pretty even bot lane prio, but Braum is able to move around the map. Yuumi really isn't. Yuumi wants to stay in lane, or Yuumi wants to stay attached at the very least. So TSM is going to be able to start up this Herald, and they're going to be able to outnumber FlyQuest just due to Yuumi being Yuumi. That's one of her weaknesses. She's not a great roam champion, and when people start roaming mid side, that's something that she cannot match. So TSM able to take Herald for that. Great job. With the Herald taken and the bot lane swap topside, TSM is going to look for a Herald play all the way up there. So it's very important that the Taliyah and Pantheon are constantly using their ultimates and trying to snowball. They don't want to be just sitting in mid, sitting in jungle. Dardog not able to do much, but Bjerg gonna cut off the escape along with Biofrost. Lands a nice W there, and now Viper gonna have a bad time. Kave tried to get the kill with his ultimate, but Dardog ended up taking it. Those kills should really be going over to the AD carry, but no biggie. Now, because they were able to kill Viper, and also they're on top of the turret with Herald, once it's down to 2 plates, yep, perfect usage of Herald. Remember, the turrets get tankier as they have less and less plating, so you want to use the true damage from the Herald charge on the tankiest 2 plates, which are the last 2 plates. TSM doing it perfectly, and they're going to be up an entire turret. Excellent job. So if you look at the river, TSM has complete control. Look at how much wars they have. And now FlyQuest able to build up a slight priority on mid lane, and they're going to collapse on Dardog, but he has 5 stacks of his passive ready. And also I really don't like this Yuumi starting the fight with ult, and Centauran going for the kill, but Dardog was able to buy so much time with his E, and then popping out with that plant dodging Turtle's ult. And rest of FlyQuest left in a really bad situation. Dardog gets out from TSM's jungle, or FlyQuest's jungle, excuse me, with his own ult. And yeah, they're going to be able to collapse on rest of FlyQuest. Turtle and Yuumi has to be really careful here. They can get dove. Gotta be careful. Bjergsen leading in, and then Broken Blade going in. Oh, their timings were so off. If Broken Blade and Bjerg had correct timings and they were going in together, they definitely could have threatened Turtle and Ignar on that dive there. But anyways, TSM up 3 turrets. They're in a really good spot. So here you're going to get to witness the power of a level 11 Syndra with Luden and Stork Boost. So she misses her E but hits the W, Q, and R, and that's enough to kill Kave. I mean, that's just Syndra right there. That champion is crazy bonkers at certain power spikes. And also she's running Cleanse, not even Ignite. So as an AD carry, I mean, just don't get pressed R on forehead. And these kind of kills are so crucial for FlyQuest since they are the comp that is looking to scale. Getting kills like this buys them a lot of time, and also they do get to get the dragon while TSM gets Herald. It is definitely better to be on the Herald side than the dragon side, but for FlyQuest, what they're really looking for is those 4 dragons and getting whatever soul. So it's going to be the mountain soul as the mountain rises. And yeah, that's actually going to come in really nicely when you have champions like Ornn. So here you have Broken Blade looping around the lane instead of going directly, and Turtle just wasn't too aggressive of a position, and he's going to get chased down. Broken Blade following with the flash, not allowing him to live. And now something else is going to happen. Let's look at mid side. You can see how powerful Syndra is. Combined with the Yuumi, they're just able to get so much priority. And Dardog came in, grabbed him ult landing on Syndra, but the damage dealers are too far away, and the Yuumi heal plus Yuumi ult is going to prevent people from coming in. Biofrost using stopwatch to deny the ult. And FlyQuest gonna back up. Okay. So here we have both TSM and FlyQuest looking for control of river with Mountain Drake spawning in 42nd. It's very important that they can get it. Now you can see Bjergsen actually cut off here. Bifrost able to save him with the shield. And the really important thing is the mid lane prio. This is what I want to talk about. Now, because it's Syndra mid lane and TSM has Aphelios, they're never going to be able to get priority. When she's mid and Aphelios is mid, Aphelios cannot walk up. We saw what happened last time. So I don't understand why rest of TSM is taking this fight when Aphelios is going to be kind of out of it. And they're actually fighting in this really awkward choke position. When they're exiting, like being right there is not going to turn out well for them. Let's see how it plays out. FlyQuest leading with Yuumi ult into the Ornn ult. And remember, Biofrost used his shield so he doesn't have it up to block the Ornn ult this time. And yeah, 2 people from TSM just going to fall for free. And it's really, really bad for TSM. They want to be snowballing and they want to prevent FlyQuest from being able to stack these Mountain Drakes. But yeah, that's not what's happening. They're just inting their lead away and giving FlyQuest free breathing space where they shouldn't have any. Here we have TSM grouped up and pushing, and also Broken Blade looking for the flank. Pirate Evil can't play as aggressively as he likes. Viper coming in from the side with the TP. Don't chase too deep, FlyQuest. Back it up. No need to overly chase. They just want to maintain priority on mid side and don't let TSM back in. Viper and Centauran doing a good job of joning. FlyQuest getting mid control again. Oh, I really hate Yuumi ults like this. I don't know why Ignar does it every time. I understand that he needs to do it so the Ornn has space to ult because he can't lead with his ult due to Braum, but I just don't think he's doing it well. Now Broken Blade able to flank, burning 3 flashes, Bjergsen with a great wall, Kabe with that nice Calibrium Q and the Gravitum follow-up, gonna be able to kill the Ornn. And also Dardoch with the Flash W and Kabe with the Gravitum ultimate, picking up the Syndra too. Exactly what TSM needed. I think FlyQuest got really antsy, like they had no reason to engage there. They're scaling nicely, just wait for the next Mountain Drake. So we have Drake coming up in 30 seconds, and now FlyQuest has to fight. You guys didn't have to fight earlier. Ornn checking in first, nicely done. He has so much armor, Sunfire plus Stormmail. Starting with Yuumi ult again, I don't know why. Please stop, Ignar. They have to look for Syndra stun first. I actually think that's the first thing that actually needs to happen. FlyQuest slowly moving in. Dardoch going for the flank on the back line. Woof! Broken Blade and Dardoch able to just kill Misfortune and Syndra. It doesn't even matter what happens on the right side of the fight. FlyQuest's core damage is Syndra and Misfortune, and they just let the 2 get flanked, and they're gonna get wrecked here. Oh wow, that's 5 for 0. Or Biofrost died actually, 5 for 1. So TSM able to deny the Mountain Soul, and they're going to be able to pick up Baron. Also, why the Soul is so important. The Soul itself is really powerful. Yes, that's why it's important. But the dragons are just individually weaker than what they were. So having 3 dragons is not the same as having 3 dragons in Season 9. So yeah, get that Dragon Soul. Or deny it if you're on the TSM side. So TSM picked up Baron, and they're looking to seize on both mid and bot side. Splitting 2 lanes, nicely done. Looks like Dardoch's looking for her ult. And Bjergsen also. It's really important they have 2 waves crash at the same time. I really hate this ult usage from Bjerg and Dardoch. I wish they did it as they were on turret, because when they're doing it before they're actually on turret, it just really doesn't do anything. Talia ult doesn't last as long. Dardoch got insect in. And yeah, you have all 5 members just funneling down one lane, and versus Misfortune, Yuumi, and Syndra, they're so happy TSM's playing this way. Kabe went for a snipe on Pirate Evil, nice stopwatch there. They are able to get turret. Let's see if they get anything more. Beautiful stun. Yeah, it's really hard for them to walk up versus the Syndra and the Ornn, and the Misfortune too. Yep, gonna get 2 chunked out. Bio actually ends up dying. Viper, trading with the Flash W, didn't really need to trade for the support. And FlyQuest is able to repel TSM Siege, and it is so crucial that they're able to do this. TSM, it was really important they get Inhibitor here, and I think if they used the ults on Talia and Pantheon better, it actually would have been possible. So we're at a very similar point that we were about 6 minutes ago. FlyQuest playing for Mountain Soul, TSM trying to deny it. Bjergsen and Dardoch whiffing their ults again. If FlyQuest can get this Mountain Soul, then they're going to be the ones ahead actually. The scaling really starting to kick in. Broken Blade looking for the flank. Turtle has the ward up there. He knows he has to be careful. So here, Bjergsen makes a huge mistake. He's walking up forward and giving Ornn E range. I just don't know how this happened. Why are you so forward here, Bjerg? Oh, it just blows my mind. I know Dardoch did get rooted by the Yuumi, but Dardoch still has E. He's a Pantheon. He's not that important. Where Bjerg is the Taliyah, it is so important that he positions properly. I think FlyQuest had to fish for an engage with the Yuumi Q or Yuumi ult like this. I know I've been saying how much I hate it, but they're actually able to get it off. But I think the really big one was the Syndra stun that they were supposed to get. But anyways, Bjergsen giving range to Viper to engage like this, and this is going to destroy TSM fight. They just cannot win when they're playing like this. Yeah, Dardoch and Bjerg just going to instantly die to the Wombo combo. Broken Blade flanking Turtle, but it doesn't really matter. He has Yuumi protection. I don't think he actually even needed to flash away. And Aphilio is going to melt in the process also. Now, FlyQuest has Mountain Soul. They also just killed 4 people on TSM, so that's a lot of gold also. And the Masterwork items really starting to kick in. This is getting really bad really quickly for TSM. Luckily for TSM, FlyQuest is actually going to help out a little bit here. Centaurian going into ward. Gonna get chunked, has to run away. Rest of the team coming in to save him. FlyQuest trying to turn the situation. They ulted Dardoch, but he had Stone Blade also plus Biofrost Shield. He was never gonna die. I really want you guys to look at Viper here. I really want to know what the hell happened here. Viper absolutely just trolls his team. He's an Ornn, so he never has to base to buy items. TSM starting Baron. I know FlyQuest doesn't know that, but they need to check in there, and they need the tanky Ornn to actually check in there. But he recalls for whatever reason, and TSM gets free Baron, where FlyQuest finally outscaled them. Mind blown. This was just mental blown. Like, I don't know why. I think the only reason was maybe to make sure Broken Blade doesn't backdoor, but such a bad move from FlyQuest to give up the free Baron here. But it's not like TSM isn't without fault. They have Broken Blade splitting bot side with teleport. They have Baron. They just need to take this slow, but they get engaged on instead. And also the Taliyah wall wasn't that great. And yeah, Broken Blade forced a TP where he would have loved to split bot side as the Aatrox with Baron buff. And TSM's gonna botch their inhibitor siege again. I mean, both teams are so mistake prone. TSM wasting 2 Barons, FlyQuest giving up stuff for free. I mean, it's as North American as you can get. So both sides playing for priority on mid lane here. It's really essential so they can get Elder Drake. Turtle gets hit by the root, able to cleanse out. Viper gets knocked back, but he's an Ornn. Okay. FlyQuest wants to lead with the Ornn. They want to make sure Ornn's up front, look for engages like that. I think Power of Evil actually not looking for stun makes somewhat sense, because if he's way too far forward, oh my god, just this kick is game breaking. Centaurian's able to land a kick where he's pushing the Aatrox into the Aphelios and the Braum, and it's going to force the Braum to use the shield immediately, right? And that's a big mind game that's being played here. Can FlyQuest force TSM to use the Braum shield before the Ornn ult so they can engage further? And a kick like this definitely enables that. Oh my god, Kabe and Kabe and Bio both knocked up. Followed up with another knock up. Viper should be ulting. Okay, there we go. Oh, ulting that small choke. Dardoch gonna die. The jungler dying late game is so essential. Now it means FlyQuest can just play for Elder and TSM doesn't really have a way to play against it. Turtle flashing away. You can see Viper actually broke the wall by charging his head in. That's one of the Ornn's unique aspect. He's able to destroy player-created terrain. So like Jarvan ult, like Anivia wall, Ornn can just bust his head in there. So also Power of Evil was and luckily he was able to pick up the blues so they can continue to fight. The Yuumi ult, Bjergsen just flashing in a straight line, gonna get rooted. Syndra's run afterwards, and that's how it goes. The Aphelios gonna get chased down too. Can't make it to the blast plan in time. And free Elder for FlyQuest. Yeah. This is FlyQuest's game to lose now. They've completely outskilled TSM at this point. So here you have FlyQuest barreling down mid. This is fully Elder buffed, Mountain Sold, Masterwork items. This is one juiced up team. TSM tried to push out side lanes to buy time while that was going on. I mean, Ornn getting knocked into turret, but it's an Ornn with Gargoyle Stoneplate. That guy's not going to die. Elder doesn't last that long compared to Baron, so it's really important FlyQuest actually uses the buff. Oh, they're not protecting the wave. If you're playing to end, it's really important you're protecting the creeps, because creeps are what allowed you to hit turrets. And looks like FlyQuest is going to back it up all the way. Ugh. I mean, they did threaten mid side, so I guess that was something. Looks like they're going to turn around for Baron instead. It just spawned, and it's impossible for TSM to check in here. They just cannot get the vision required, and checking into a Lee Sin who can infect you, Syndra who can stun you, just is not a good idea on their part right now. Looks like they're going to reply with the bot side push. So that was what was really important. TSM pushing out side lanes before FlyQuest was actually able to try to end down mid, because if the side lanes aren't pushed, then they don't have any kind of shot at a comeback with plays like this. But by pushing out side lanes, they do get a small shot. We're going to get a second Elder Dragon fight. Dardoch just respawned. I don't think he can actually make it in time. FlyQuest should have this free. Ornult. Woo! Got the Talia. Going to be able to get the Elder Drake also. And that's going to be game. That has to be game. There's no way this continues. Okay, go down mid, FlyQuest. There you go. Oh, Centauri missing the Q. Got the slow. Oh, and then the Elder Dragon burn. This is going to be mid inhib. 2 inhibs down. Nexus naked. And that's going to be it. Please be it. Oh my god, they're playing for KDA. Just end this misery. Oh, the fully stacked Chakram. But yeah, FlyQuest boosted their KDA enough, and that's finally over. Even though this wasn't an incredibly high level game, I hope I got to walk you guys through some of the concepts that's going on. TSM has the onus, they have the ball, they have to be offensive, and they have to snowball, and they weren't able to. And now FlyQuest slowly crawled back into the game, and the breaking point was really that Mountain Soul where they were able to get it, and the Ornn just gets so beefed up, and all those dragons they got are finally rewarded. And yeah, we actually see this so many times in North America. One team drafts the more early game comp, the more execution heavy comp. They fail to execute, the other team is more scaling, and the scaling team wins because they just outscale and team fight better later on. It's a really common NA pattern, and I think as teams try to win more, as it gets closer to playoffs, we're going to see this a lot more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. Don't forget to leave a comment or any kind of question. I'll answer anything you guys have to ask me. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps. One last thing, I'm not crazy, I'm just Loco. Bye.